from Turbine, executive producer for Lord of the Rings Online. And the big news a couple of weeks ago was that you're actually going free to play with Lord of the Rings Online as well, just as you did with Dungeons & Dragons Online. What was the thinking behind that move?
Well, you know, the translation of Dungeons & Dragons Online last year, free-to-play, was a huge success for us and really opened up the community and brought a lot of players in. And frankly, we've been hearing for years, I love LOTRO, it's an amazing game, but I just can't afford it. And this is a way for us to grow the community and bring the amazing and rich storytelling of the Tolkien world that we've brought to life in LOTRO to as many players as possible. Yeah,
the free-to-play thing is usually, a couple of weeks before that happened, I was I just put together a list of games that had gone free to play, and most of them were financial disasters. Like Dungeons & Dragons Online didn't have many subscribers, for example, and Shadowbane, well, it was dying anyway. But Lord of the Rings Online, do you understand the people that think that this proves that you're not doing very well?
Well, Lord of the Rings Online has been doing really well as a subscription game. There's just no question about that. But what we've seen with Dungeons & Dragons is that the community has grown, that the player base has really developed, and that we really want to bring that kind of success to LOTRO as well. I mean, there's really no downside for us because of the kind of player that we're going to attract, and we feel like this is going to really grow the game to even bigger heights.
You said the magical word community many times, and that's a big worry in the community right now, Lord of the Rings Online, and even people outside the community. You read various MMO blogs and stuff, and people have heard about the wonderful things that goes on in the community. Landroval server. Do you understand those concerns? That people are afraid that this will dilute the community?
Yeah, I totally do understand those concerns, but it's something that we manage really effectively. You know, so far, one of Turbine's hallmarks is that we care deeply about our player base, about the community that we have. We make the game, but they bring the game to life. And so for us, having more people and having that really mature, tenured player base be there to help guide and inform the new players is an important part of what we have. So we're going to test throughout all of beta, which is happening all summer, that what's going on well, where can we help. We have certain limits in place for the free players to make sure that they don't step out of bounds or destruct some of that, and we're going to continue to invest in it because it is important to us and it is a critical part of our business.
Also, I'm just bringing out all the annoying questions here, but a lot of people also said that this was Warner getting their fingers dirty in Turbine. Were they involved in this move at all?
Well, the conversion to free-to-play takes a very long time. We do it with a lot of depth and a lot of really careful, specific, translation of the game mechanics. It doesn't happen in 2 months. And so, certainly Warner is excited about free-to-play. They think it's a great opportunity for LOTRO, but we were on this path before that.
So the $160 million you guys cost Warner, did this have something to do with it?
Well, again, I think Warner sees that Turbine's headed in a direction that's very strategic for them about how we handle our online business and how we're getting very good at managing these massive online communities. So there are a lot of things, I think, that brought Warner to Turbine and Turbine to Warner, and certainly Lord of the Rings and free-to-play and Dungeons & Dragons Online are part of that, but there's a lot of other things as well.
Then I'm going to ask one of those questions that you probably won't feel like answering, but exactly how involved are Warner Brothers? How much say do they have now over Lord of the Rings Online?
Well, it's nice that we've brought sort of all the Lord of the Rings franchises together under Warner that allows us to work with them and Saul Zaentz, who's our licensor, really intimately, and allows us to share notes about what works, what doesn't work, what games have found, as good extensions of the IP and stuff. But in general, Warner they bring game companies in to be successful, not to micromanage them, right? So I found a lot of really good, feedback and support from Warner, but I don't feel like they're pushing us in a direction that we weren't already going.
So just to end this on I prefer to end interviews on a happy note. You get to answer and sell the game now, not for upcoming players. They will come. It's free to play. People like free. But what do you want to say to the community, the people that are still worried about this move?
Well, anybody who's worried about the move, who's in now, I really want them to sign up for beta. I want them to post their feedback. Let us know what they think. We are listening. We are listening very actively. What about the store do you love? What about it do you not love? Have we changed anything? Do you want us to change something? These are things that we're going to be listening to and really responding to all summer long, and in fact, all year long. So absolutely, everybody should sign up for the beta. Go to lotro.com, and I hope to see everybody in game.
You heard the lady.